Welcome to the Wonder and Wild podcast. I'm Cass, founder of Wonder and Wild, a homeschool program created for families who want strong academics without sacrificing childhood. Around here, we believe children were made to think, create, explore, question, and grow. We believe homeschooling can be structured without being stiff, rich without being overwhelming, and deeply connected to real life. So whether you're already homeschooling, just beginning to wonder if you could, or simply looking for a calmer, more meaningful way to educate your children, I'm so glad you're here. Let's get into today's episode. Hi! Today I want to talk about something that is having a real moment in the homeschool world, and that is whole family learning. I understand why people love the idea of it, because it sounds beautiful to gather everyone around the same book, the same topic, the same project, and call it a family rhythm. There are times when that is exactly what homeschooling should feel like. A nature walk can become a rich family lesson. A read aloud can lead to the best conversation in the car later that day. A cooking project can bring everyone into the kitchen, and a museum trip can give children of different ages something to notice, ask, and remember. These moments matter, and I never want families to lose them. But the whole family learning cannot carry the whole curriculum. Children are not in the same place simply because they live in the same home. One child may be learning how sounds make words, how to form letters, and how to count objects. Another may be learning how to write a paragraph, use times tables, read with understanding, and explain an idea. Another may be ready for research, arguments, harder maths, source comparisons, and more independent thinking. They do not just need one shared topic adjusted up or down. Often they need different learning altogether because they are building different skills, thinking in different ways, and ready for different levels of challenge. We understand this in every other area of life. We do not teach a child who can already walk to crawl again, and we do not expect a child who is not ready to crawl to suddenly run across the room. Development has stages, and academics do too. A child needs the next step that is right for them, not the next step that their sibling is on, not the next step that makes the timetable neater, and not the next step that is easiest for the parent to manage. This is where we need to be honest. Sometimes whole family learning is chosen because it is convenient for the parent, not because it is the best for the child's education. And I say that with kindness, because I'm also homeschooling too, and because homeschooling happens in real homes with noise, washing, toddlers, appointments, tired parents, and children who all seem to need you at the exact same moment. But if we have chosen to homeschool, we've already chosen the path less traveled. We have already stepped away from the easiest default option. So we need to be willing to sit in the uncomfortable places when our children need something that takes more thought, more planning, or more patience, but serves them better. When everything becomes whole family learning, usually someone is missing out. The younger child can be pulled into content that is too advanced. The older child can be held back by content that has been softened for everyone. And the child in the middle can seem to be keeping up while still missing the exact teaching that they need. A shared topic can create lovely conversations, but it cannot replace a child learning to read step by step. It cannot replace maths being taught in the right order. It cannot replace writing being built carefully over time. It cannot replace older children being stretched with richer ideas. And it cannot replace younger children being protected from content that they're not ready to carry. A connected family does not need identical lessons. Your family can be deeply connected while one child is learning phonics, another is working on multiplication, and another is researching history. Your home does not become less warm because each child has their own work. Family culture is built in the meals you share, the books you read, the conversations you have, the way you speak to each other, the adventures you take, the values you carry, and the rhythm of your home. It is not built only by everyone studying and sharing the same topic at the same time. This This is why Wonder and Wild is built the way it is. We love whole family learning, which is why every grade includes mini programs for those shared projects, seasonal shifts, interest-led moments, and rich family experiences. They are a beautiful part of Wonder and Wild, but they're not the core. The core program is grade specific because the core is where real academic growth happens. That is where each child builds the reading, writing, maths, thinking, and subject knowledge that suits their stage. Wonder and Wild is also used by families across multiple countries, so children often need to show learning across particular subject areas, skills, and standards. A shared family theme may be lovely, but it's not the same as a complete education. In Wonder and Wild, your children may often be doing different things. One child may be doing science while another is doing history. One may be learning how to write a sentence while another is learning how to write a strong argument. One child may be working with number bonds while another is working with fractions, decimals, or money. That's the point. Children deserve learning that actually suits where they are. And that does not mean that parents left juggling chaos or inventing separate programs from scratch. Wonder and Wild gives each child a clear, grade-specific core while still making space for shared projects, family learning, and the moments that make homeschooling feel rich and memorable. The practical side can take time, but families do find their rhythm. You might work in rotations, where one child has focused time with you while another works independently. A younger child might do some Play-Doh, drawing, handwriting, or puzzles while you sit with an older child. An older child might read, write, or complete a task while you help a younger one. Older children can often be given a task, clear expectations, and a quiet space to work. That is not just helpful for the parent, it's actually a skill children need to build. They need to learn how to keep going without an adult hovering over every moment. Older children can also help younger children at times. They might listen to a reader, read instructions, set up an activity, or help with a project, as long as it does not replace their own deeper learning. Your rhythm might be younger children first, older children first, nap time, quiet time, rainy day homeschool, or something that changes with the week. You do not need to copy another family system because you need to find what works in your home with the children in front of you. Whole family learning can be beautiful, rich, deeply connecting, but it cannot carry the full weight of a child's education. The core program gives each child the right learning for their stage, while the mini programs bring your family together for the shared moments that make homeschooling feel alive. Grade specific where it matters, whole family where it works. That is the Wonder and Wild way. Thank you so much for listening to the Wonder and Wild podcast. I hope today's episode encouraged you, gave you something helpful to think about, and reminded you that homeschooling does not have to look like school at home. If you'd like to learn more about Wonder and Wild, you can explore our homeschool programs, free resources, and parent support at our website or by following the links in the description. We are here for strong academics, rich childhoods, and creating thinkers, not workers. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.